Bitcoin is going to go on to do another 15x during this decade, going to get up to a price of $550,000 a coin, probably beyond that by the end of the decade. But let's just focus on that $550,000 per coin number, because that would give Bitcoin approximately the same market cap as gold right now. And by the end of the decade, gold's probably going to go up a market cap too. But for reference, I think it's a good area for us to be focusing in on, because here's the deal. Bitcoin, it's the new gold. It is the gold for the internet era. And if that is the case, which I believe it is, then Bitcoin's still going to do another 15x, probably more over the coming years. In this video, I'm going to lay out the case for that exact thing to happen. My name's Lark. Every day I make videos talking about cryptocurrency investing. So if that's a topic that you would like to learn some more about, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, gently tap on the thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm, and of course click on the notification bell to know when I put out a new video. So let's go ahead and get straight into this topic. Now let's just start real quick here by mentioning that we've got an incredible room for Bitcoin to continue to appreciate in value over the years to come. The current market cap of Bitcoin's around $650, $700 billion, give or take 10 or 20 or $50 billion on either side of those numbers. But the big idea, it's under $1 trillion market cap still. Gold, much more advanced asset, been around for a lot longer, had a lot more time for a lot more money to come into that asset. It's around a $10 trillion market cap right now. So that's our 15x. But Bitcoin is the new gold for a lot of reasons we're going to lay out in this video. Now, this is a tweet from Ricardo Salinas Pliego. He is one of the richest men in Mexico and also one of the richest men in the world. But it's not just billionaires who are getting on the Bitcoin train and looking at pieces of yellow metal as being a bit, outdated. We have a whole generation of internet natives, the millennials and all the younger generations. They're getting really big into crypto. They're seeing things like Bitcoin as the new gold, the digital gold. Having pieces of metal sitting around in a safe, that's cool, but that's kind of more like grandpa's money, and there's nothing wrong with gold. Just want to say that. But I think you see a whole new generation of investors getting really, really excited about digital assets. They're already living all their lives on the internet anyway. Your money and your investments might as well be on the internet too. By the way, if you want to earn some safe and simple passive income on your Bitcoin or on your gold or on your Ethereum or on your dollars, you need yourself an account over on BlockFi. You can earn 4% on Bitcoin, 4% on Ethereum, 2% on Paxos gold tokens, and 7.5% on USDC dollar stable coins. And if you use the link down below in the description to start your account, you can get up to a $250 Bitcoin bonus for starting your account and making your first deposits. They also have an insanely cool BlockFi credit card, which gives you Bitcoin back rewards for every swipe of your card, plus increased lending rates and all kinds of other cool stuff. So check that out. Use the link down below in the description to start your BlockFi account and learn about what they can do for you. Now let's talk about why Bitcoin is superior to gold. And gold's cool. Gold's been around for a long time. Gold's got a great history, right? This is why gold remains so popular with investors. But the reality is that we have a new kid on the block, and that new kid is named Bitcoin. So here's the first point. Gold of any significant quantity is difficult to transport, whereas $1 billion of the Bitcoin can be moved anywhere for just a few dollars in fees in less than an hour and can be kept in your pocket on a ledger. $1 billion worth of gold would weigh around 1,600 kilos. You'd probably need a few armed guards, an armored truck, a plane, all that stuff in order to move it from one continent to another. Not an easy task, right? So while 1 ounce of gold, cool, you just put that in your pocket, walk around with it, that's fine. But if you're trying to move significant amounts of money around, Well, it becomes a lot trickier with gold. And even if I want to send just 1 ounce of gold to a friend or family member on the other side of the world, it's going to take probably a few days by post. Whereas the Bitcoin can be there in minutes. So it's very, very transportable, very, very sendable compared to gold. Bitcoin is easy to verify. Thanks to the public nature of the blockchain, you can easily and personally verify how much Bitcoin is in your account, any Bitcoin transaction that you make. Now, if you want to authenticate gold, is this actually gold that's in my hand? Well, you need a special machine to do that, which costs thousands of dollars. Whereas anybody who has an internet connection can get on and verify a Bitcoin transaction or a Bitcoin address. Gold, it's much trickier to do, and there's of course been a lot of counterfeit gold coming into the markets over the years, so it is something to think about. Now, another important aspect, Bitcoin has a verifiable and fixed maximum supply. We know with certainty that there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin max, never going to go beyond that. It's going to take another 110 years, 120 years, something like that, until the last Bitcoin is finally mined, even though the supply rate's going to drop dramatically before that 140-year point, but still, we know how much Bitcoin there's going to be. Gold, though, there is zero way to figure out how much gold is actually out there in the world, right? That's about how much gold has been mined. We've been mining gold as a species for thousands of years. It's all over the place. People have it as jewelry. It's in electronics. People have bullion stashed in their backyard and all this stuff. There's no way to audit all that. And what about all the unfound gold, all the untapped reserves on Earth? How much more of that is there going to be? And just wait until we start asteroid mining. You know that's coming. You know that's coming. They're going to be doing that. How much gold is there in the universe? Just in our solar system. Come on. A lot. A lot. Impossible to audit. Impossible to verify the total supply. So that is something to consider as well. Bitcoin, very, very transparent in that regard. Bitcoin can be divided into 100 million individual units. So one single unit of Bitcoin is called a Satoshi. So you can see here, that's a 1 with 8 zeros behind it. Now gold, in theory, can be divided into tiny fractions as well, but that requires you to basically carry around a bag of gold dust in your pocket. Not that anybody accepts gold, but that would be how you would get a fractional amount of gold to make a purchase or something like that. But a standard unit of gold looks like this, right? This is a 1 ounce gold coin. Now that's worth around, again, around $1,800, $1,900 where the price of gold is today. So that is very, very problematic because you're not going to cut the coin in half or melt it down at a point of sale or something like that. So these standard units are not easy to divide. I mean, come on, it's a piece of metal. Of course, it's not easy to divide into smaller units. Bitcoin also censorship resistant. You can send Bitcoin to anyone, anywhere, at any time, and no one can stop you. The Bitcoin network is an incredible computer network, the most powerful computer network in the world. Gold, though, highly censorable to send a gold transaction, considering, of course, all the difficulties in moving gold from one place to another, right? And when you try to take a bunch of these on a plane, well, it's not easy. You're going to have to say, declare it or take it through metal detectors. They're going to see it. They're going to say, well, are you bringing all this gold in the country? We're going to have to hold on to that gold here at the airport until you can declare how you got this gold in your hand. Who are you sending it to? Oh, you want to send it to that person in that country? Well, you're not allowed to do that. Why? Because we say so. Bitcoin, that's never a problem. You get the Bitcoin, you send the Bitcoin to somebody, and so long as they have a Bitcoin wallet and can access the internet, and interestingly, now we're even going beyond that, where you don't even need to have an internet connection. There are radio relay systems and things like this in place for sending and receiving Bitcoin. Different conversation, but it's incredible. Bitcoin, highly, highly censorship resistant. Bitcoin also increasing in adoption globally at a truly exponential rate at this point. merchants worldwide starting to accept Bitcoin. We saw PayPal this year enabling merchants, like 28, 30 million merchants, whatever's on the PayPal network, to start accepting cryptocurrencies. We see small shops, big shops, chain stores, all these people all the time announcing that they accept Bitcoin. Gold, however, you can buy almost nothing with gold. It's just a tool for investors at this point, primarily. We see central banks as well stacking up gold. We see industrial use cases for gold in electronics and stuff like this. But actually paying for something in gold, no one's doing that. I mean, you might be able to arrange with a private seller to, buy their house or something like that using a big box full of gold. Sure, that's absolutely possible. But for the most part, you can't go into shops, you can't pay online, you can't do many things in terms of using gold as a means of payment. So Bitcoin's definitely crushing gold in that metric. Also, in order to hold your own gold, you need to pay a high premium over the spot price to actually get that physical gold. So in order to get these gold coins, I actually had to pay more than the market value of gold in order to receive physical delivery of these gold coins. Whereas all the Bitcoin that I've ever bought, I've bought it at spot price, right? The Bitcoin markets are highly efficient. So it's really good in terms of getting a good spot price and then being able to take delivery of that Bitcoin into your own possession onto your hardware wallet, right? Super easy with Bitcoin. Also takes a lot less time than getting gold sent to your house as well. Furthermore, we gotta, say something nice about gold here at some point. Gold does have the bonus of being able to hold it in your hand, my precious. So that's pretty cool. And if we run into a world-ending situation, the apocalypse comes, well, then, the internet's probably not going to work anymore. There may not be any more Bitcoin in the apocalypse. However, shiny metal will still be a thing in the apocalypse. So that's cool. I do like that. Hope the apocalypse doesn't happen personally. But yeah, as you can see, I do own some gold. I like gold. I think it's cool. But gold is never going to be more than a single-digit percentage of my entire investment portfolio. It's going to be like 1, 2, maybe at some point 3% of my entire investment portfolio, but that's about it. It's I can't really see it going much beyond there, to be honest, right? I'd much rather have money in stocks. I'd much rather have money in Bitcoin, Ethereum. I see much more potential there. But with all this being said, all my time spent kind of saying why Bitcoin is just so much better than gold on so many freaking metrics, I want to mention I do own some gold as well. Now, all of that being said, here's the interesting thing. Bitcoin, in so many ways, a superior asset to gold. Censorship resistant, permissionless, more divisible, easier to send, easier to store, etc. Verifiable supply, all that stuff. And yet, the current market cap of Bitcoin is 1/15 of the entire market cap of gold. That means that you're buying an asset that shares the kind of store value properties that gold does, but actually has many technological advantages. So essentially, you're looking at an asset that I personally believe is going to have a $10 trillion market cap in the future, and that right now you're able to buy that asset that's going to have a $10 trillion market cap some point this decade for a price of under $1 trillion market cap right now. There is a big financial opportunity right there. And yeah, I know, you can get better gains quicker in the altcoin markets. But my investment thesis for buying Bitcoin versus my investment thesis for buying altcoins is different. I look at my Bitcoin as a store of value, but a store of value which is undervalued currently and is still in price discovery, meaning that there's still an excellent opportunity to continue to stack sats and chill. Very, very important, the chill part. So many people stack sats and then they freak out. Gotta stack sats and chill, man. Just buy a little bit of Bitcoin, keep putting a bit of money into it, think long term. We're gonna go up. We're gonna go up over time. And the interesting thing is that gold has filled this interesting niche within investor portfolios. But what Bitcoin is doing, it's going beyond that. It's not just a store of value. It's also a medium of exchange. It's slowly starting to have this moment where we could see it becoming a unit of account in places like El Salvador, where you could actually go into a bar and pay 10,000 Satoshis for a beer, for example. This is starting to happen. The potential for Bitcoin as an asset actually goes way beyond gold. Bitcoin's programmable money, a programmable store of value. The use case potential of this asset, incredible. Absolutely incredible. So perhaps in the long run, a $10 trillion market cap, it's not bullish enough. But before we put the cart in front of the horse, so to speak, let's just see if we can get up to a $10 trillion market cap to rival gold. And then we can start talking about the next targets for Bitcoin. But for now, this is going to work for me. Anyway, your question for today. Do you think that Bitcoin is going to go on to rival the market cap of gold? Will we see a $10 trillion market cap Bitcoin one day? Or is that just some crazy hopium? Or am I not being bullish enough? Let me know down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and peace out till next time.